I guess not. So yes, this gives me the last of the optional powers.
It's all of the powers.
Yes, the Blizzard one comes automatically when you get the the power that you get, like, as part of the story. So I now have all the scrolls, the technique scrolls, or what you can call them. Yes. So it's the same deal as with the other ones, 3, 6, or 9 ink bottles, depending on how wide you want the radius to be, or how powerful. Travel guide, that's what they're called. Because they're not actually all techniques. Some of them contain, like, plot information. But there's a cool thing you can see, like as he suggests, you should look at his house from far away. Or further than I am now, anyway. I'm trying to get up on the top, but... Oh, hey, look, it's a clock. Now, I'm wondering whether this clock will actually let you know, like, when it's about to turn to day or night. Not that it makes much difference at this point in the game, but...
Probably does. If you activate it sooner.
Well, why would it matter when you activated it?
Because if you activated it sooner, it'd probably say, okay, it's this time and it's daytime, so it's got this many hours left. It's dark.
But it would keep going.
Just ratting off random stuff.
That's the point of a clock. It keeps going from day to day.
I want to mention, like, if you looked at before we have this eternal darkness.
Oh, right.
That we're now.
Right.
You get a before then.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Okay, well, that's what I was hinting at, I guess. Anyway,
Yes.
Note to self, that power isn't really reliable. At least I don't really have enough skill to make it reliable. I hate that last icicle. It seemed, I mean, I don't think I would have won that time anyway, but still, it just adds frustration.
Now. Have you icicles?
But as you can see, I'm getting closer. I mean, at least she's on the screen when she finishes.
Yes. No cooking yet.
Yeah, at that point, I didn't, the last icicle didn't get me, but I was already too far behind. Oh, by the way, I discovered something useful. If you really screw up in the beginning, you can just turn around and go back to the start of the course.
Yeah, that helps. But then you just start all over again.
Yes, although she'll get annoyed at you. But who cares? This is a video game.
Yes. Just have you icicle?
You're still a couple seconds ahead of me, but oh well. Yeah, I must have tried this, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 times. And then there was, I should say this now. At some point, I practiced it. I practiced it a bunch, like, just without Kai, just going in by myself and having Isu, you know, be the guide thingy. Okay, here's a useful thing. Even though you can jump over this ice thing, I find it that I get through this part a bit more quickly if I melt the things instead. Because the timing of the jumps is a lot easier if you don't have to jump over those things. Yeah, so I did most of the first part, you know, pretty well, until I ran into that spiky thing a couple of times. I think the reason why you want to practice without Kai there is because she will not take the shortest route, so you'll be tempted to follow her, but that's not how you beat her, because she takes the long way around many, many times. I must have gotten a substantial lead, because I've gotten slowed down a couple of times and she still hasn't caught up. Yeah, another big thing is memorizing maybe not every single icicle location, but the locations of the icicles that tend to get you in that part. It also really helps if you have good momentum when you're coming into this section, that, you know, the ice platforms and the poisonous water. Another thing which I mentioned, or which I referred to it, but didn't say specifically. When there are those frozen ponds, it's faster to go around them than up the middle because you can keep your speed.
So you don't go slippity slip.
Yes. These snowballs, I tried melting them. You can do that, but I find it easier just to memorize which side they're on. Yeah, I missed that jump. If you make this jump, make sure to get that snowball, because otherwise it will get you. Yeah, equipping Solar Flare really helps. Because as you know, I cannot draw the infinity symbol consistently according to this game. Another thing that I did a long time ago, you want to uncurse all of the trees, because you definitely do not need them flinging shit at you while you're doing this. Stupid tree! I was really afraid that I was really thinking she was just going to pop out of nowhere and beat me at this point. But she didn't.
You won!
Friggin', finally! Which could be the theme of this recording session. Yes, a winner is me. A very happy, very relieved winner is me. I thought this was going to be the thing that kept me from getting 100% on this game. Instead, it'll be something else.
Darn it.
Okay, so I guess she wanted to be beaten. In a way.
And you build her what you wanted.
Wasn't gonna make it easy for me, though. Yeah, the thing about this race is you don't have to be perfect to win. You just have to be good over a long stretch. I mean, this race minigame, I feel like it's a lot longer than most minigames like it in these video games. Like, I'm thinking of the snowboarding thing in Twilight Princess. Like, if you can easily make one mistake and not be able to win that one. But on the other hand, it only takes like less than 2 minutes to do that. This one takes like more than 3 minutes.
And if you get a good head start, you can miss a couple of times and still win.
Yes, as long as you don't miss the shortcut. Okay, anyway, I thought this was going to be the thing that kept me from getting 100% once I won that race. But after I tried it 20 or 30 times, I finally got it to accept what I was doing.
Yay!
And actually, if you've been paying attention, there will now be nothing to keep me from getting all the stray beads. So there wasn't really anything to stop me from getting 100%. I just thought there would be. I was afraid, okay, like, out of the 3 really, really annoying things, the lightning bolt thingy with the clock tower, and the race against Kai, I'd gotten 2 of them, so I was just afraid that this, I was just
This
afraid.
would stop you,
Yeah.
but you didn't.
At the same time, though, I was also a bit more motivated not to let it stop me, since I knew this was the last thing.
And now you've got all 99, I think it's 99 stray beads.
And now I've guaranteed her that she'll win Project Runway.
Yay!
As long as people know that it's her, rather than the, kimono guy. She wants to draw pictures that'll make people happy. I have a teacher for her. He's on my back. So this screen made me very, very happy. Not a single one is missing.
Nope.
Took me about 75 hours.
Wow.
And I think that game clock is even a bit slow. Like the time that it says you've spent when you save.
Okay.
So now I'm finding the rest of the gold dust in the game, as well as this weapon.
Now you have all of the weapons.
Yes. So generally, when somebody is selling gold dust, they usually sell 2. Maybe not always, but most of the people who sell 1 gold dust will sell a second. And there are exactly enough in the game to power up every weapon.
Good.
Oh, also, I'm glad that I looked at the, I think I'd say this in the next session, which I've already recorded the commentary for the next session, because I did that live commentary. I was just excited that I would finally get to do the last dungeon. But, I'm glad that I looked at a guide before I tried to find the last 2 gold dusts, because they are actually in the final dungeon, and I would have driven myself crazy looking for them before I went in the final dungeon.
Glad you didn't try to set yourself insane then.
So I could have bought more stuff. I didn't really feel like I needed it. This is, I think, in Agatha Forest. I missed this guy. The price of gold dust varies. It seems to be lower earlier in the game and then higher later in the game.
That makes sense, really.
Yes, because gold tends to go up in price, at least over the past couple decades. In this country, at least, there are some people who there's some people who get, paranoid about how the economy is going to, everything is going to collapse and gold will be the only way to have money. I don't know if there are people like that in Britain. Anyway, we're coming to the end, so as I will have only 2 weapons left to power up, Thinker 2112 and
AnniexoHoshi.
over and out. Bye.
Bye.